In this lesson, we will discuss complementary events. So, the complement of an event is all outcomes. See, the focus is all outcomes that are not the event. What does it mean? Suppose I will start with a very simple example. Suppose we have a coin and there are only two options whether the head will come or the tail will come. If I say the head, right, head is the event, so the complement is the tail. Whatever is remaining is the complement. In the case of a die, suppose if I flip a die or if I roll a die and 3 comes, this is called the event, right? If I say 3 is the event, what is the complement of all the remaining? All the remaining sides of a die is called. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 are remaining. These are the complement. So the complement of an event is all outcomes that are not the event. These are not the event. Right? One more example. Suppose I have ice cream, right? I will write down ice cream, drink, and tea. So out of these three, if I pick, suppose drink is the event. If I say drink is the event, so the remaining, all the remaining, what are remaining? Ice and tea. So ice and tea is the complement of the event. Now I will read. So complement of the event is represented by E bar, while the event is represented by only E. So see, the complement of an event is all outcomes that are not the event. Example for a dice, when the event is 1 and 5. If I say out of 6 possibilities, 1 and 5 is the event, what is the complement? All the remaining numbers. So 2, 3, 4, 6 is the complement. Okay, now the second step, very important. Together, the event and its complement make all possible outcomes or sample space. Now, what does it mean? Sample space means all the possible outcomes. In the case of a die, we have 6 possible outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the case of a coin, we have 2 possible outcomes whether the head will come or the tail will come. So if we add the event and the complement, which is equal to sample space. See, suppose in this case, in the case of a die, I said 3 is the event. So what is the complement? The remaining is the complement. If I add these two, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6. So 6 is the total number of outcomes of the dice. So this is the sample space. If I say head is the event, what is the complement? Definitely only tail, because one is remaining. If I add head and tail, so there are only two possibilities, two outcomes of the coin, which is head and tail. So we will get head and tail. This is called the sample space. So together, the event and its complement make all possible outcomes or sample space. Or you can say the complement of an event E, denoted by E bar, is the set of outcomes in the sample space that are not included in the outcomes of event E. Here I have made few examples. These are the events. If I say rolling a die and getting a 5, this is the event. So what is the complement? The remaining, all the remaining numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, except this 5 is the complement. But when I will add these events and complement, so I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, which is the total number of outcomes of a die, and it is called the sample space. Similarly, selecting a month that has 28 days, which is February. This is the event E, right? And what is the complement of complement of this, all the remaining months, January and then March to December, all are the complements. If I add this and this, so definitely February will also come up here, January, February, January to December, which is total number of outcome, which is called the sample space, right? So here together the event and its complement make all possible outcomes, which is called the sample space. Now I think it is clear. Okay, same thing I have written here, then we will discuss this. Together the event and its complement make all possible outcomes or sample space. It is clear, right? Now the second, we will discuss now this part. The sum of the probability, now is the probability of the event, any event, and the probability of its complement will equal to 1. This is very important, that the sum of the probability of the event and probability of the complement equal to 1. Suppose if I toss two coins together, so their sample space again, total number of possibilities, maybe both head will come, maybe both tail will come, maybe one tail, this is for tail, this is for head, maybe one tail and head will come, or head or tail will come. There are only 4 possibilities if I toss two coins, not more than 4. This is called the sample space. If I say out of these 4, it will come, both tail will come, this is the event, right? This is the event. So how you will write down, so how you will find out the probability of this? 1, because there is only one time this tt, both tails are only one time, and how many observations are there? There are 4, so 1 by 4, this is the event. And what is the complement of it? Remaining 1, 2, 3, right? Remaining we have 3, this is the complement, divided by 4, because we have total number of possibilities 4. So when we add these, it will, because the denominator is same, so it will be 4 by 4, or which is equal to 1. So this is the event, probability of the event, probability of event plus probability of the complement, always equal to 1, right, which is 1, and I have proved here. If we take the example of a die, right, from 1 to 6, number are from 1 to 6. If I say 5 is the event, so what is the probability of the 5? You will say 1 divided by 6, because there is only one time 5, and then total number of observations are 6 in the case of a die, 1 by 6. What is the complement? All the remaining numbers except 5. So we will write down 5 over 6 is the complement. When you will add 1 plus 5, 6 over 6, again it will be equal to 1. So it proves that sum of the probability of the event and the probability of its complement will equal to 1. Here the rules for complementary events. This one I told you, probability of E plus probability of the complement is equal to 1. We have proved. If you want to find out the probability of the event, just so probability of the complement, and you know the value of probability of event, you can move to this to the right hand side and we can find out the probability of the complement. Similarly, if the probability of the complement is given, just move it here, we will find out the probability of the event. So I have mentioned a note here. If the probability of an event or the probability of its complement is known, right, either one is known, then the other can be found by subtracting probability from 1, this one. So here I have written an example. If 33% of the people said that their favorite cold drink is Pepsi, right, 33% said, this is the event. If a person is selected at random, find the probability that the person's favorite drink is not Pepsi. So probability not Pepsi, right, not Pepsi is equal to 1 minus probability of Pepsi 33%, which will be equal to 67%. So in this lesson you have learned about the complementary event. If still you have any question, you can write down in comment section. But please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Saima Academy, and thanks for watching.